Assalamu alaikum. Now we start another topic, move to another topic. The topic is data types. Data types. So data types helps to categorize your code into different kind of data types. Data you can uh, categorize it in your code. So first of all, I'm writing main function, and then here so we have a different kind of data types. The first one is numbers, the second is strings, and the third is booleans, also lists, maps, sheets, runs, and also dart right null. So numbers is used for numeric values in strings for it's a sequence of characters, and also you call it a text value. You can store a text value. So also here we have a boolean. So boolean store true and false. It's mainly used for questions and also for conditions. And also we have a list is a very important. It's a collection of ordered group of items. And also we have maps. It's store key value first value. Also we have sets is an ordered list of unique items. Also we have runs that we find unicode values of a string. And also we have a null is a very important we talk about later. So now start from numbers. So numbers, here you can store you can use numbers for your numeric values like integer, double for floating point, and also num. So here first of all I'm writing num1. Here it's the type integer. You can store integer value. If I write here double, so now you can store here a numeric value. It's you store a you store floating point value. So if I write here num, so you see it's not gives error because here you can store any numeric value. And also if you want to print only, and you want to round off your uh, floating point value before the point, so you use for that num1 dot 2 is string is fixed. Here you can write here. So here I'm writing 2. So if I open my terminal dot main dot, so now you see here just a 2. It's rounding up to 2 values, to 2 integers. So you can, if I write here 1, now you can see the 1 integer here. So it's numbers. So the second one is string. So here you can see here string name. You can store here. Also you can use double quotes and also single quotes. Okay, here it's a data type. This is identifier, and this is a value that you store it. So if you want to uh, store multi-line string, so you can use for this. I'm writing here triple quotes. Here you can store a multi-line string. Maz Khan from Pakistan. So now I'm writing here just front it, front name. So now you see Maz Khan from Pakistan. Okay, and also if here we have a special characters like if I write front Maz Khan, here I write just T forward slash in T. You can see here are four spaces. It's also called tab spaces. Okay, he gives four spaces, and if you want to next line you can use forward slash in for that. Here you can see also it's going to a new line. Okay, you can also use for strings, and if you want to a raw string, so here a raw string is very important. The first I just writing name, first name, Maz, string, second name, Khan. So I want to front it, first name, first name, and also second name. Here you can see Maz Khan. Okay, I just comment it, and now you can see Maz Khan. If you want to convert this raw string, so here you just write R. You just write R here. So now it's converted to raw string. Here you can see first and second name. It's Y. So here you can see I just write R. It's converted to raw string. Here the special character is not working. Okay, so we have also this string data type. The another one is, and also I am talking about now I want to talk about the type convergence in Dart. So type conversion in Dart. So it's also very important thing. The type conversion, you can convert one data type to another data type. So for example, I'm just writing string to integer. I want to convert string data type to integer. For example, string string just a value. I'm assigning 12. So here I have a string value. Now I want to change this into integer, just I want to convert it. So here you can use for that integer. Also you integer dot force. Here just write it. So now I want to front dot run type. Also here v1 v1 dot run type. Now here you can see here the first one is string. Now here this string is converted to integer, so you can use this method to convert string to integer. And the second one we have also convert string to double. So here I write this and it's double, so it's also double dot first. Now it's converted to double, and also you can convert to integer to double, integer to string, and also integer to double. And also you can convert double to integer. So if I want to convert integer, just I'm if I want to convert this double value, print. If I want to convert this string n equal to v1 dot string, it's converted to string. So you can use this method and convert any type of value to string. And now you can also convert double to integer. So here double to integer dot force v1. Here the cannot assign string parameter. So double to integer. So I'm sorry, v1 dot to integer. Here you can force, not using force, so you can use this to integer function to convert this into integer. Now also we have a booleans data types. Sorry for that. Booleans. Here you can store only the true and false values. It's used for condition in questions. If I want to write here bool is are you married, true, and also you can store here false value. It's use you can see later it you will see it later. It's used for conditions and also for questions. So the another we have a lists. It's very important. Lists holds multiple values. If you want to store in a single variable, you can store multiple values. For example, I have a list of strings. So here you can store multiple values. Okay, remember that multiple values you can store here in list. For example, I store here the type is string, so I can't store here the integer value. So here Maz Khan Fayaz, also Wahi Fayaz, Maz Khan, also Fayaz. Here you can store multiple values. You can see here just a single variable and I store a three values. If you want to front So lists, here you can see, here I just want to print it. So here Maz, Khan, and also Fayaz. If you want to only print the first value of list, you can use here 0. So remember that in list, here the first index is start from 0 and the second index is 1 and the third index is 2. So here remember that here the index start from 0. Now you can see here just front Mars. If you want to, I now it's front of Fayaz. Okay, so remember that the index start from 0. So here I want to front how many values available here. So I use for that list dot length, but remember that length start from 1, not from 0. Okay, here you can see 3. So here is 3 values available in these lists. Okay, so now move to another. So now move to sorry for that, just a minute. Okay, now move to sits. Here sits is sits is far from list. Remember that sits is powerful from lists because it sits stored only unique values. Remember that it can't store duplicate items. For example, I just write sit and I use integer here in numbers. Here you can see I'm store the one, but it did not store duplicate values. Here you can see two elements and ACID letter should not be equal. Okay, here just store, you can store a unique values if you want to front this. For example, here numbers, here you can see, 1 2 3. If you want to find the length of also that length, you can see here 3, because we store just 3 values. Okay, and if you want to, you can also use for this first, and we can talk about later. It's a very useful in the future. So we just um talk about later the in the collection section. We deeply understand list also sits in the another is map. Here map, remember that map is also a further from list. So map, and you remember that map is object. Okay, you can store here key pair values. For example, map, I take a map. Here I can store key value pairs. For example, string, I'm writing dynamic here. So values here you can see here. Now I just writing the first one is key. Here I write and I mention the key variable string. So the key is I'm writing name, and here the value is dynamic. I can store anything in dynamic. So Mashan, and the second one is the second if it's a key, and this is value. So uh it holds a key values. So the another I use here age. My age is 21. So you can see here I store two two values and two keys here. Okay, if you want to front this, front values, here you can see name Mashan, age 21. If you want to front only the keys dot keys, here, sorry for that, it's a name and age. If you want to values, you can also front only values of the map. But remember that we talk about later the map and also suits in list. Uh, it's a very important. So inshallah, and another lectures that in upcoming lectures we talk about these things. It's a very important to know about. Okay, remember that. So now we move to runs and also var keyword. I already talked about var keyword. Var keyword, you can store var name. You can store here anything. If you want to store here numbers, so the Dart already knows here you store numbers. Okay, it's a very beneficial. And now I move to runs. So remember that runs you can find Unicode values of a string. Here I'm write string name, and here Mashan. Here you can see front name dot runs. So now you can see a Unicode of value of this value. Here Mars, the Unicode of this M is 77, A is 97, and you can see here it's a Unicode. Okay, remember that it's a runs. Okay, and now I move to optional type language, also statically and dynamically. So it's a very important to know about it. Okay, the first one is statically typed language. Language. So remember, the statically typed language is the those language that the type is fixed. For example, I write integer v is. So here uh, here we know about it's the type of this value is integer, so it's a fixed value. Okay, remember that. And here in compile time, you can see here in compile time The compile time is those it's a before a runtime. For example, here you can see it's a fixed value that uh, we already know about. If I write here v and I want to assign another, so I can't assign here a string because here in compile time you can see the type of this value or this variable is fixed. Okay, if I it's a statically, so now dynamically here dynamically, so if I write dynamic and a v here, I I store this. If I want to change this to integer, I do it mass. So here you can see it's a fixed, it's a dynamic. So the Dart is optionally typed language because it's also provide you the fixed and also dynamic. So remember that Dart is optionally typed language because you can fix the type of variable here, you can see here, and also you not fix the type of variable here, you can see here the first variable that we assign a value of integer, and also now we assign another string value. So it's a concept about the optionally typed language and also statically and dynamically. So it's a very important thing that I talk about this. So for now, it's enough. I think it's enough. And the previous lecture is also important. If you can't watch that, so I recommend you that watch it. Okay. For now, it's enough, and see you in another video. Goodbye.